cold and frosty morning, I'm going to take a few minutes just to show you what I find to be a most useful accessory for my Z900. Mounted here on the handlebars, I've got what Kawasaki list as a 12 volt DC socket. If you're a bit old school, cigarette lighter. As you can see, cover on there, rubber hinged, flexible. Socket goes in there. There's a tiny little bit of rust on there just from the inner lip where moisture must get trapped. Other than that, I've had no problems with it. Pushes on and it's closed. If you're wondering why I opted for that instead of a standard USB, allow me to show you. Nestled in here amongst everything else, I've got a little plastic bag in which I keep following items. In there, I keep my little charger with 2 cables plugged in at all times. Standard iPhone and one of those little micro USB fittings. I'm just going to pop the cover off, take the fitting, push it in. It's not live until the ignition's turned on. What we'll do, take a couple of items. Smartphone, let's just tuck that in there. And if you're like me, I suppose your next smoker, you can't go anywhere without having to charge one of these up. Just rest that in there. Like so. Get the ignition on. And you can see power's now going to that. Pop that in there. That's great for when you stop. That removed, what I want to do, a little bit of ACF 50 on a rag. And just use this opportunity to give it a quick wipe round. As I say, it'd be unfair to call it corrosion because there's a tiny little bit of orange in there. And considering the weather we've had, very impressed. So that's got a little coating of ACF 50 on there. This was fitted by the dealer free of charge when I bought the bike, so unfortunately I can't demonstrate any fitting instructions for it. Very practical, very useful, really do recommend it over a single USB port. I've just adjusted the bars slightly. Right down there in the bottom is a tiny hole, and I'm assuming that's in there to prevent any water build up, any moisture build up, so it can drain out. At the bottom here, we'll probably need a torch for this. Just in here, right in there, there's a little hole, and I'm presuming Kawasaki have done that to allow for drainage of any moisture or water that may find its way in. But at the same time, it's protected to prevent road spray and rain going in as well. So overall, really nice design, very pleased with it. With all that done, just going to plop it back in the bag. We'll just coil it loosely so I don't get any pinches in the cable. Pop it in the bag. I'll just give it a roll up, squeeze out as much air as I can, roll her up, tucked away and secured with a tiny tool pouch, taking care not to pinch where the cable goes into the socket, or shall I say the fitting. Don't want to stress that. After all that, it's time for me a cup of tea. because to be honest, my fingertips are freezing here. Thanks for watching.